And here today we have the second basic for Cleo de Nile. We got her somewhere that we didn't expect to find her. We got her at Wilkinsons. I'm not sure if there are Wilkinsons outside the UK, but it's kind of like a small Walmart. You can get things for the house, garden, pet things, food, stationery, and now apparently Monster High dolls as well. They've started stocking the new ones. There was Spectra there, and the new Frankie, and some of the other dolls, and then there was a Cleo tucked away at the back. As you can see, it's in the third wave packaging. She has the bandage wrap design, the gold and black stripes, and her possibly a Canapic jar or possibly a mummified cat. I can't really decide.
I think Canapic jar.
Okay, and there's her mummified skeleton there. And the new basic dolls do actually say all of the information in all of the countries. On this one, I know we've mentioned about the backing being tabbed into the box before. You can actually see it on this one because it's coming out of the tabs. But on some of them it goes into the packaging in these little slots at the side. And on others the tabs actually go in front of it and get tangled in the doll's hair. So hopefully this one should be probably the easiest to get out of the box because the tabs aren't even attached at the moment anyway. And here we have the back of the box. And this is Cleo's student file. I was told off last time for calling it a school report card.
Even though that's what we call it in the UK.
Signed again by the headless headmistress. And on this box at the moment, since Laguna's not on there, the only one that we are personally missing is Claudine there. So we'll get Cleo out of the box now and show her on the back packaging. And here is the new Cleo de Nile basic on the back packaging. Again, we have the school voted most likely to for her quote. It's most likely to command attention. Her stand and her brush are a lot more yellow than they were in the last one. And she has her bag and her school folder and her diary with the little note about it tucked away behind the bag there. And the rest of her stand. And it was actually a lot easier to get out without the tabs sticking in, wasn't it?
Yes.
So we'll get her out of the packaging completely now and put her on her stand. Wasn't really much to say about this now. I think we've gone over everything on the back packaging in the previous ones, haven't we? And here we are with Cleo de Nile out of the box. Now, to the untrained eye, this may seem like the same Cleo from the box that we showed, but this is actually the Cleo from the box that we showed. It's actually about a month after we started this review, and it's finally been revived again because we bought a new Cleo there. Because when we were unpackaging the first Cleo, we didn't realise, but a pen had leaked all over our scissors. So when I was getting her out of the box, I accidentally managed to get blue ink on her nose. You might not be able to see it on the camera, it's a lot more noticeable in real life. So she has a blue splodge kind of on her nose there, because it would not come off, it's like sunk into the plastic. So it looks a little bit like she has a bruise on her nose or something. So we have a new Cleo who we're going to be reviewing. And when I was looking at the two of them together, I actually noticed that our new Cleo, who is also from Wilkinsons, has her face printed slightly off to the side of where it should be, but you can't really notice it because of her fringe, or bangs, because they slope sideways over the eye that's printed in the wrong place. But it actually, strangely, makes her look somewhat better than the other one did. And also I think her haircut is more severe. It's at a more of a steep angle, so it actually looks better than the other one did. So this is the one that we're going to review. We'll talk about this one again later. So I'll move her back off to the other side of the box. And here we go. So this Cleo has teal, brown, and again the gold tinsel in her hair. But she has a headband which is sewn into her head. So it's quite difficult to brush her hair, and they do gel it strangely at the sides when you first get her out, so it does kind of need brushing. So if you wanted to remove the gold thing, you probably could, but I'm not sure how it would go back on, or if it would actually go back on. It looks like it does up at the back, but I don't think we're going to chance it, are we? No. Okay, so she has her blue gem. I think it's blue in pretty much everything except for Gloom Beach, where it was gold. Okay, so her eye makeup, she's been improving her makeup applying skills. She has a layer of blue, then a layer of gold, and brown at the bottom. I think she definitely looks better with golds and browns than she did with purples. And her lips, she is the only girl so far to wear lip liner as well as lipstick. So she has a darker colour around her mouth as well as the kind of brownish colour on her lips. And then she has, well, the lighting is terrible tonight. I apologise for this. Okay, she has a gold choker with blue gems, and this outfit that she's wearing, on the Monster High site in their Team Scream magazine that I recently put up, they've listed it as being a dress, but on the doll it's actually a separate top and skirt, so you can mix and match if you want, but it is apparently supposed to be a dress, and it has a gold and black banner around the top. And I'm not actually sure what the pattern is on the front, but this is a kind of a glittery teal in bars along the front on a lighter blue background. And then her bandages this time are a mixture of black, blue and yellow. It's kind of insane looking.
Looks psychedelic.
Psychedelic. And I missed out her earrings, so I'll go back to them now before I go any further and forget. And they have the Eye of Horus on that we mentioned about on her Dead Tired doll. Okay, and then her belt. I'm not really sure what to say about her belt because Random is the Egypt expert. Would you like to say something about her belt?
It looks like the stereotypical Egyptian belts that they just used to wear. Covers the groin area, and
so it's usually a man belt then?
Men are usually portrayed more wearing it, I think. But I think it looks fine.
It does. And then it has what looks like more gems coming off of it. Studs going around the back. And then there's the bottom skirt part of her dress, which is a kind of a dark gold mixed with black. And then she's just wearing black leggings, and these bandage parts are separate so you can move them. You see that one? Pretty much moves all the way down her leg. So if you wanted to, you could just make her wear black leggings without the zany colours over the top. And then her shoes are the same blue as the back of her top, with little gold studs on. And they're kind of high-heeled sandals this time. And the heels are hourglasses, gold hourglasses that are slightly see-through. And that heel there's bent back a bit, and I might see if the other one does that, so I might change that shoe. No, that one's actually better, so I'll change that shoe after this. Okay, this doll, what I wanted to mention, is a couple differences that actually, I'm glad that we ended up getting this one because she does look better for the differences. This one, her lips outlined strangely. It's more thin at the top. Random thinks it makes her look like she has a mustache. It makes the top of her lips very pointed, whereas our new Cleo's lips are a lot more round at the top, like it should be. And also there was something else I was going to say, wasn't there? Oh yeah, her folder.
She looks slimmer.
Her folder. Now, in the accessories, Cleo has this folder, and it closes, and then when you open it, there's bandages, and you have a little sticker that makes it look like notepaper with a skeleton at the bottom. Sticker is completely not in the right place on the old one, and also it's stopped closing completely. You put the tab down in the hole and then you let go. Oh, there we go, and then it bounces back. So we've decided we're going to keep this one open permanently, so if we ever want her to have an open folder, then she'll have this one, and we'll keep this one closed, even though I think the sticker is pretty much better on this one. But I'm not going to chance opening it to see what the sticker on the inside looks like and not be able to close it again. And then I think that was it for what I was going to say. Also, her headband is a lot looser than this one. I personally thought that the looser headband looked better. It looked like her head was less squished. But Random says that he thinks that the closed one is better, so take your pick. And Random also thinks that the new one looks thinner. I kind of see what you mean. I think this one's face is more angular. But as you can see, there are slight differences between dolls, so something to look out for.
You forgot to say about bangles.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, it just merges in with her bandages. I completely forgot about them. But I'm really messed up with this review today. I'm so sorry. So, she has two triangular bracelets. One is blue and one is gold. And now I think I've talked about everything that she's wearing. So I'll leave the twins there. And now I will actually talk about the accessories like I was supposed to do. So her bag again has the Eye of Horus, as it was a symbol that was to do with royal power. And then it has gems all around it and little pyramid studs in the corners. And the bag opens and there's a little zip detail. I don't really get the tassel design either, but it's pretty. So, tassel design, I think it's just to make it look more interesting and ornamental. So it has a little zip design there, and you could put something in it if you wanted to. I'm not sure what you would, because it would either stop the lid from closing or it would just fall out. And then the back has more of the stones and the studs, and zip detail with another Eye of Horus, kind of, if you can see it. And then the strap is metallic gold with a slight white trim, and then it has a little blue clip. And I think on our other one, the bag was also broken because the lid kept popping off. Let me just test it. And I'll open the bag. Oh no, it actually wasn't.
That one did it a little bit as well.
And then we have the standard yellowish slight hit. Well, it's slightly gold, I suppose, but it's more yellow than anything. But it's to match the stand. And then her diary with her awkward to read handwriting, which can be somewhat translated as, "Our royal recollections are not for the eyes of commoners." So, on to this now spare Cleo. Now, we usually don't have spare dolls, and we usually don't do this, but seeing as we have this new doll that we can't do anything with because she's been beaten, we have decided that for the first and probably last time ever, we are going to make a custom doll. So what we would like our viewers to do is to help us decide what she's going to be, because Random had a couple of ideas. I'm not really fussed. He either wanted to make her look like a shark, make her, yep, daughter of the megalodon. For people who don't know, that's like a really, really, really big shark that's extinct now. Or he wanted to make her just completely pitch black, hair black, skin black, eyes black, completely everything, put her on a black stand, and name her Anonymous, as in anonymous. So she'd just be a shadow, pretty much. So if you want to vote in the comments on what you would like to do with this Cleo. If you have any other suggestions, then they're welcome as well. And then
if we come up with any others, we post a separate video at some point as well.
Yeah, probably. But basically, we're just going to mess around with this, make something, and
Some stuff on her.
And whatever the end result is, whether it be good or bad, we'll post it up. If it's good, then we'll get feedback and whatever. If it's bad, then we'll just have a complete laugh at it. So that's our somewhat slapped together Cleo review. Hope it was okay.